Service is not a product, it is not a tangible thing, it is intangible. Where higher demand you have, sell there, make profit. So it is called integrating our economy to the global economy. Reserve Bank of India started in the 1935 and also later it is nationalized in the 1947. Hello my dear students, I am Rajay sir, faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Aid College, MYSURU, a temple of excellence. My dear students, in today's session I am going to handle the subject Management of Service for second sem B.B.A, and the topic is revision on Introduction to Service and Banking and Insurance. These are the first and second chapters for your examination point of view. Now, what are the classification of service? What are the types of questions they will ask? See, what do you mean by service and what are the classification of service they will ask? So, you know the meaning of service. Meaning of service means, if they give meaning of service is a intangible product. So, we cannot touch the service. We cannot, while providing the service, we cannot touch the service. So, we cannot see the service, but we can feel the service, and service, provision of the service and consumption of the service has to be happen at a same place, same time. So, it is a perishable thing. We cannot store it. So, we cannot transport the service, we cannot store the service. So, consumption and provision has to happen at a same time. Now, what are the basis for the classification service? First one, on the base of degree of involvement of the customers. See, for example, if you go for haircut, the involvement is necessary. The customer has to be present to get his haircut done. But if in case, if you go for banking service, in order to get the banking service, we can send our friends and family members, isn't it? For example, teaching service. So, I am providing classes or I am teaching for you people. So, to understand my teaching, so I need your personal attention. So, for example, if your family members and friends attend my class, it is not useful for you, isn't it? So, we need personal attention and personal present of that particular customer to get the service. So, on the basis of degree of involvement of the service. So, people processing. So, the customer has to be present at the place of delivery of the service. For example, haircut. So, the barber, when he is haircutting or providing his service, the customer has to be present to get his hair cut or his haircut service done. But in case of banking service, so we can send our customers or we can send our family members or friends to get the banking. For example, to deposit money to our account, so we can send our friends to deposit the money, like that. Next one, possession processing. Even if the customer's presence is not required, his representative can get the service. Next point, mental stimulus. On the base of mental stimulus process, on the base of this case, the customer's mental attention is needed. For example, teaching. Who are my customers? The students are my customers. They have to understand the service. So, mental presence or the mental attention is needed to get that particular service. Best example is teaching. Next one, information processing. So, on this basis, the data, information, knowledge are gathered and analyzed for a client. For example, it may be lawyer service or maybe any other service. So, there and also in the information and technology, so all data will be analyzed. First, it is accumulated and it will be analyzed for the customer's benefit. Next point, on the basis of tangibility. So, highly tangible. What do you mean by highly tangible service? These service include the physical products, highly tangible for use during the contract period, like call phone. Even though it is a service, the SIM card is a service or the network provider is a service. In order to use that service, mobile phone is very important. So, by using the product, we can get the service. If you don't have mobile phone, we cannot get the telecommunication service, isn't it? So, it is highly tangible services. In order to use that service, we have to use that particular product, then only we can use the service. Next point, food delivery. So, by taking your mobile phone, we have to book the food delivery through your mobile phone, through internet, through computers. So to get the food delivery or any other internet or the online shopping, we have to use mobile phone. So mobile phone is highly needed. So it is a highly tangible service. Next one, service linked to tangible goods. What do you mean by that? See, these are the guarantee or a warranty periods during which the seller provides. For example, when you purchase TV or computer in a showroom, what he will tell? Sir, if you purchase the computer, 1 year warranty will provide, and 1 year other repairs and maintenance service will provide. So these are the service linked to the product. Service linked to the product. Warranty, guarantee, free service. For example, if you purchase the motor car or motorbike from the dealer, what he will give? He will give 1 year free service, sir. 1 year free warranty will provide you. Any accident happens, 1 year free insurance will provide. So these are the service linked to the products. Next point, goods linked to service. What do you mean by that? See, for example, when you traveling through air transportation or aeroplane, so what they will provide? It is a service. Traveling is a service. So what is the service they are providing? Air traveling company or air service company, what they are doing? So they are taking from one country to another country. During the transportation, during the traveling, they will offer you some food. They will offer from some other facilities. For example, if you book a trip, so they will provide a gift for you. So it is a goods linked to service. Even though we are getting service, in order to make the service more effective and it is tangible, to make service tangible, they will add some products. That's what goods linked to service. Next one, on the base of skills and experience required. So highly professional skill like teaching, lawyer, doctors are all the professional skill. This service needs to provide this service, we need high skill. Next one, medium skill service. We have medium skill service or moderate skill service, and also low skill service like blue collar jobs, driving or any other wage employment. So daily wages, who get daily wages, they will provide the service. And also the workers, blue collar workers in the production unit. These are the low skill, and that means physical skill is needed, mental skill is not that much needed. And if you go to medium, what do you mean the medium skill or moderate skill? So for example, clerical work. So clerks are the moderate skill employees. So on the base of their skill also we can classify. Next point, so on the base of business orientation, so it may be customers to customer. So profit oriented. So all business are profit oriented, and some others are government services. Private services, profit oriented means private services. Government services, so purely working for the public upliftment or the public purpose. Next point, non-profit organizations or non-trading concerns. So they are not governmental organizations, even though they are not part of the government, but their motto is to render service to the society. So on the base of these things. Next one, on the base of type of end users, it is business to customers. Business to customers means, for example, I am an auditor. If I render my service to end user or customers, so then it is business to customer. Business to business means if I take a contract for audit for some other company, that is business to business. I am a business concern, so I am providing my service to other business concern, that is called as business to business. For example, cab facility providing. So cab facility, I am a business person who is providing a cab facility. If I provide my cab facility for any organizations to take or to drop their employees, that is business to business. If I am providing the same cab facility for the general public, then it is business to customers. So that's what business to business, business to customers. Industrial service marketing. For production unit, if we are rendering service for the production unit, then it comes under industrial service marketing. Next point, on the base of degree of regulation, high degree, so high regulative services. For example, doctor service, lawyer service are higher regulatory. So all general public cannot become doctors. All service providers cannot become doctors or lawyers. To enter that field, there is a regulation is there. Those who have done the MBBS can only become doctors. Those who have studied law can only become lawyers. So those who are having certain qualification, those only can become the teachers. So all persons cannot become teachers, lawyers or doctors. And also while rendering service also we have to follow the procedures. For example, as a teacher I have to follow the university guidelines to teach you. As a lawyer, he has to follow the rules and regulations of the bar council. And also as a doctor, he has to render his service on the basis of their procedure. So this is highly regulated. So even though there is any, if we did not follow the rules, there may be chance of action from our head of that particular service or the authority of that particular service who is taking care of that maintenance and taking care of service. Authority will be there. For example, for us UGC is the authority to regulate the lecturers and teachers. For a bar council is a authority to regulate the lawyers. Same ICMR or any other doctor association is a regulatory authority to regulate the doctors. So they may be having power to take the action against those doctors, lawyers or teachers who are not following the procedures. The next one, non-regulated service, like those service are providers. For example, laundry service provider is not regulated, and transportation facility, so they are low regulated. Auto rickshaw, they are low regulated services. And public transportation also service provided but low regulated. But air transportation is a highly regulated. Okay, land transportation is a low regulated services. Next point, so business services, communication, we can also classify on this. So on the basis of business service, communication service, so construction and engineering service, distribution, education, environment, financial service, tourism, health and recreation and transportation services. Next point, marketing mix of services. Already I explained service is not a product, it is not a tangible thing, it is intangible. We cannot touch the service, we cannot see the service, but we can only enjoy or we can only feel the service, isn't it? So like that, so is a service refers to the activities that marketers offers to perform which results in satisfaction of our need and wants of the customers. It is an activity rendered by the service provider to the service consumer, so in order to satisfy his needs and wants. Next one, price. So in order to buy, we have to fix the price, and also we cannot fix the standard price for all the services. And also service, whatever the service you get, it is not constant. For example, if you go to doctor today, you may get a treatment for some diseases or any other problems. Tomorrow, if you visit the same doctor, you may not get the same service or same satisfaction tomorrow. So it is inconsistency is there. So service, for example, mobile phone, a group of mobile phone or that particular company in that series, all types of mobile phone is same. So what are the benefits you get from that particular mobile phone or a product? Its feature, its color, everything is same. But in case of service, we cannot expect same type of satisfaction or same type of service. Next point, price. Again, we cannot fix the standard price. For example, for production of goods, we can fix for the production cost is this much. We can add the profit and ultimately invoice price is like this. But in case of service, so what is production cost? So on the basis of doctors' skills and knowledge, they will fix the cost, isn't it? For example, we have 10 rupees doctors also. The doctors who is charging only 10 rupees for their service. At the same time, doctors who are charging 10,000 rupees also. So on the basis of their skills, knowledge, or on the basis of their personality, those doctors who want to render service to the society, they are charging very lesser amount. Even though they are highly skilled, even though they are highly intelligent, even though their service is or qualification is much more compared to other private doctors, they are charging very lesser amount. And the government doctors, they are providing service freely, even though they are having high qualification. So we cannot judge or we cannot fix the price for the service as goods, but even though on the basis of cost of providing service we can fix, and also we can have the profit. Next one, promotion activity. So use communicate. What are the different types of communication channels we can use to promote the service? For example, education service. So what are the different types of, we can go for TV ad, radio ad, print media, social media. So like that, so which are our platform for the promotion. Next point, place. So where to render our service as an educational institution. So where, which is my place? Rural area, urban area, semi-rural area, international market, national market. For example, government of Karnataka. So the scope of government Karnataka is in Karnataka, not throughout the India. The scope of Indian government, whatever the service provided by the Indian government is, no, it is within India. For example, UNO, WHO, WTO, these are also service providers, organizations. So their scope is throughout the world. Isn't it like that? So what is our place of service? Next one, people. Who are our people? For example, in education institution, our students, our customers, our employees, management, principal, chairman, the students, the other clerks, all are our people. So we have to, while taking any decisions, we have to take care, or we have to take everybody's confidence. We have to take confidence of them, and we have to take the decisions. So we have to think everyone's how our decisions will affect their everyday work life. Next point, process. So what are the procedures? So how we can improve the satisfaction of our customers? So how we can improve the, or how we can add more value to their money what they're providing? Just satisfaction of our customer is not enough. So we have to make our customer delighted with our services. That's very important. Next point, marketing mix. So next point, physical evidence. So already I told you, service is not a physical thing, or we cannot touch, or we cannot see the services. But even though by adding more value for their customers' money, we can improve the satisfaction of our customers. Next point, reasons for growth of service. What are the reasons of growth of service? Changing the role of women. So in earlier days, women are not coming for the, or coming out of their homes for working, as in it may be teaching field, doctors, lawyers, drivers. So in all the fields, women are creating history, or creating wonders. So because of their contribution for the service development, so service industry is growing nowadays in the modern days. Next one, economic liberalization. So after 1991, the Manmohan Singh was the finance minister, and P.V. Narasimha Rao was the prime minister in the 1991 liberalization also. So LPG, so liberalization, privatization, and globalization, they introduced. Liberalization means so liberalizing the policies and rules and regulation. Privatization means encouraging the private companies to participate in government owned business also. And also globalization means integrating our economy to the global economy. So we can procure the raw materials from anywhere of the country and anywhere of the world, and also we can bring the employees so at a cheaper cost, and also very skillful employees anywhere of the world, produce anywhere of the world, and market it anywhere of the world, in any place of the world. This is what globalization. So integrating everything. So where we get the cheap raw materials, purchase from there. Where we get the cheap labor, produce there. And where you get higher margin, higher profit, sell there. So where there is a demand, you have. Where higher demand you have, sell there, make profit. So it is called integrating our economy to the global economy. So these 3 points are over. Next one, double income, no kids concept. What do you mean by the double income concept? So nowadays, couples, they don't want children. In America, if you go to America, more than 50 to 60% of people will say, we don't want children. We earning, we will enjoy. That's it. We don't want children. So both woman and husband and wife are working. Their salary is more, and they are getting the huge amount of money. They want to spend it. They want to go for leisure time. When they get the leisure time, they will go for world trip. So when they go for world trip, they need transportation service. They need hotel service, they need tourism will improve, hotel industry will improve, and also transportation, traveling, tours and traveling will improve, and also the country, so which attracts the tourist, will get the income also. Like this DINK concept is. Next one, leisure time. So nowadays all employees are getting leisure time, like weekly off. During weekly off, they'll go for trip with friends, family members. Again, service is growing. Next point, greater life expectancy. Health service is growing because when the economy improves, the peoples will get the money in their hand. So when they get money, they will expend it there for their good life, and also for good health, they will expend it. So it is also increasing the greater life expectancy, and also it is increasing the hospital industry. So production innovation, product innovation. So earlier we don't have like computers, this is a smart board, we don't have. So in order to use this smart board or smartphone, so we need help of others. So again, service industry will grow. Earlier we don't have mobile phone, now we are having mobile phone. Any problems happen to that mobile phone, so we have to get ready the mobile phone. So again we need the service of the mobile, those who will repair the mobile. Is it like that? So because of the product innovation, we are using innovative product and technological advanced products, our service industry is growing. Next one, product complexity. That's what already I told you, because of the mobile phones. For those who doesn't know how to use the mobile phone, so they need help of others. Again, the person who provides the help, he will charge the money for that. And also earlier we don't know how to use the computer. Now computer training is going on. The person who is providing the computer training, he is getting the money. So like that, product complexity also improving the service sectors. Next one, complexity of life because of globalization, privatization, liberalization. So nowadays all the citizens of the country getting the employment, and they don't have time for their domestic work. It may be laundry service, it may be household service, it may be other services, and catering service are growing because of the employees are not having the time to prepare the food, and also to get laundry, and also to household to do those things. So we are taking the help of the other peoples, and also they are charging the money. Like this also service is growing. Next point, building the customers loyalty. So how we can improve the customers loyalty, how we can bring the customers loyalty, making customer service priority. So give more priority for the profitable customers. For example, banks. So those customers who is providing or giving business many times or makes more transactions, so we have to take care of the customers, and we have to give more attention to the customers, profitable customers, and we have to the non-profitable customers, we should try to convert non-profitable customers to profitable customers. Even though after so many trial the customers did not or converted to profitable customers, leave those customers and only concentrate on profitable customers. Next point, essentials of customers. Always we should look for essentials of customers. The first priority of the customers has to be satisfied. Next point, give top customers more. That's what. So we have to water our customers. Always we should try to increase the satisfaction. We have to increase the delightment of our customers. Just satisfaction is not enough. We have to increase the delightment of the customers. So customers should get addicted to our product and services. Then only they can repurchase or purchase again our products and services. Encouraging customers feedback. Always take the feedback of the customers. So it may be good or bad. So if it is any problems occurred, or if the feedback is not good or proper, we can rectify those mistakes. And we can also give customers more satisfaction. And also while taking the feedback not only helps to rectify our mistakes, feedbacks also helps to coming up with new products and new service to the customers. We can understand their problems. When the management or the business sector understood their customers' problem, then it is easy to come up with new products and services, and also increases the profit. Next one, customers communication. So always we have to communicate with the customers. It may be social media, it may be other feedback, it may be any other media. Always have a direct communication with the customers. Any problems, for example, so if you want to coming up with new products, so what are the imagination of the customers? So what are the expectation of the customers? So how much they're expecting value from the business for the money what they're paying. So how we can improve the customer satisfaction? That's what. So we can, customers communication is very important. So create WhatsApp groups, create customers groups. So always discuss with the company's profit, and also share if you get more profit, share with the customers. So like giving discounts, giving any subsidies, giving discounts. So like this we can, and giving points to the customers, giving the gifts to the customers, we can share our profit, we can share our happiness. So we should treat customers as a part of the business, not the outside person of the business. Next point, customers loyalty schemes. That's what. So we have to coming up with new products and services. We have to increase the loyalty of the customers. So customers may try new products in the market. So before they try, we have to come up with the new products or services, so we can improve the loyalty of the customers, and also we can bring the loyalty schemes of the customer. Next point, employees and customer services. We should give more training to our employees to take care of the customers, and also they can deal with the customers very effectively. Next one, customers relationship management, CRM. So CRM means what? So we should have all information of the customers, our customer states, customer preference, and future customers. In the past, how many customers we have served? So are they satisfied? Are they not satisfied? So are they expecting more from the business? So are they delighted because of our service? So we should have all the information, their personal details, other details, their expectation. So what is our future customer base? Are they satisfied? So are they expecting new products or services? These things we have to maintain all the information of the customers. It is called customer relationship management. Next one, so Indian banking system. So what are the Indian banking system? You will be having a important questions for 15 marks. So what are the types of banking, or explain the Indian banking service? So you have to explain all the banks. First one, mainly we can classify the Indian banking system as a two parts under unorganized sectors: indigenous bankers and money lenders. Indigenous bankers are those who are providing the banking service by pledging the agricultural or farmers' land. They were taking the pledge of agricultural land and also providing some money and also charging high rate of interest. And also next one, money lenders. These are also money lenders or small zamindars or land owners and also small business persons. So these peoples who are providing the small amount of loans to agriculturists. Next one, in the organized sectors after the development of the banking service. So Reserve Bank of India started in the 1935, and also later it is nationalized in the 1947. The Reserve Bank of India is the central bank. It is a bankers bank. So how Reserve Bank of India started? So these are all I have explained in the previous video. In the 1935 it is started. In 1947 it is nationalized. And also what are the service provided by the Reserve Bank of India? And it is also called as bankers bank or last resort of the banks. Next point, public sectors banks. So those are public sector banks are those which are under the control of the government. In the 1969, the so many 14 major banks nationalized in the 1969 during the time of Indira Gandhi. And also private banks. Earlier, so many private sectors banks merged together and formed a 14 major banks in India. And it may be SBA, Canara Bank, Syndicate Bank, so many 14 major banks. And also again in the next round, again 6 to 9 banks were nationalized. Next one, before liberalization, LPG happened, liberalization, globalization and privatization happened. So in the Indian government, there was no much scope for the private sectors. But during the 20th century, government of India given more scope for the private sector also, in order to bring the competition among the banking service, in order to bring the higher technology, higher innovation in the banking sectors. The government of India allowed private sector banks also to participate. Next one, foreign banks. So these are the banks which are having the branch office in India, head office in the other country. So what are the service? They are also serving international transaction. Next one, cooperative banks. So those cooperative societies and other organizations run the banking service with the help or with the permission of the RBI. So they can also run the banking service to provide the financial service for the members of their society. Next one, Industrial Development Bank, which is IDBA, which is established in the year of July 1st, 1964 under the Special Act of the Parliament. IDBA, so IDBA, why the main objective of the IDBA is to provide the financial service for the industries during the industrialization in the India, during the time of industrialization, to provide the huge loan and also help the country to make industrialized country, to make our country industrialist country this bank is established. It is a subsidiary of the RBI. It is a subsidiary of the RBI, and also it conducts so many surveys and any other so many research conducted for the development of the Indian industries and also for the future of the Indian industry. These are the main objectives of the IDPI. Next one, financial IFCI. So Industrial Financial Corporation of India is a institution established in the 1948 under the Special Act of Parliament. It is established. The main objective of this bank is to, when the ordinary bank rejects the industry to provide the financial assistance, then the IFCI will provide the financial assistance for those industries which did not get the financial facilities from the ordinary banks. Next one, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, ICICI, established in the year of 1955. Established in the year of 1955. Even though it is a governmental organization, later it is the shares of these banks were sold to private companies or private investors. Now it is running under the, it is established under the Government's Act, and also which is a very important institutions which is providing the industrial credit and development for the, and also for private industries and private companies. This bank is providing the financial assistance. Next point, Export and Import Bank. Exim Bank is a bank. So here, while dealing with the other country, while importing or exporting, we cannot directly import from the person who is exporter. We cannot directly export the goods or services to other countries. We don't know who is the person who is importing or exporting the products or services. So in order to get some security, we have to deal with the bank only. So we will be having Exim Bank in India and also Exim Bank in other country. With the help of, with the security of these banks, so we will export or import. Next one, Small Industrial Development Bank. So in order to provide the services and financial assistance for the small industrial and also medium industries and small industries, cottage industries, for these industries, this bank will provide the financial assistance. So this bank established in the year of October 1989. So in order to provide the financial assistance for the small scale industry, it may be provide large term loan or long term loan or short term loan. Next one, National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development, NABARD, is a pioneer institution which is established on 12th July 1982 by the Special Act of Parliament in order to provide the financial assistance for other banks or the rural banks. So RRB, Regional Rural Banks. These banks provide the financial assistance to those banks and also which provides the financial assistance for the farmers. So the main objective of this bank is to conduct the surveys and also provide the information and suggestions for the government for the rural finance and also agricultural finance. Next point, traditional service of banking. So promissory notes, issuing promissory notes. So these things, these all points I have explained in the premier videos. Please watch the premier videos. Here only for the revision purpose, we are explaining only the important points. Next one, promissory notes issued to one bank to another bank. Next one, bills of exchange. So again, so in order to, so what do you mean of bills of exchange? In order to provide the immediate credit facility for the customers. So they will pledge the bills and provide the money. Next one, so checks. We know the meaning of the check. So for the customers, in order to pay the amount when the order comes from the customers, so banks will pay the amount. This is the check. Next one, cash credit facility. So bank will pledge the bonds, securities, any other financial assets. So on the base of this security, bank will provide the financial assistance for its customers. Next point, term loans. We know the term loans are ordinary loans provided by the banks to its customers, and also bank will charge some interest. Next point, so overdraft facility. Overdraft facility is provided to the business persons or the customers who is having a current account in the business, so he can withdraw more than his deposits, and also to pay, for example, while purchasing raw materials, he is having only 1 lakh rupees in his account. So it is a current account, so so the actual price of the raw materials is 2 lakh rupees. So he is having only 1 lakh rupees in his bank. So you need immediate credit. So the bank will provide the immediate credit to the extent of 1 lakh rupees. So the bank will pay to the seller of the raw materials, and the current account holder has to pay back this amount within stipulated time. If he did not pay the amount, bank may charge interest in future. Next point, so discounting of bill of exchange. Again, so if other person is having the 3 months bill, so he needs immediate cash, so then what he will do, he will come to the bank and discounts the bills. So bank will charge some commission, also remaining amount bank will pay. So later the person who has accepted the bill, he has to pay the amount to the bank. Next point, money at call and short notice. So it is a money provided, it is huge money provided to the, it is a type of loan, but it has, the person who has taken the loan has to pay within the notice, whenever the bank serves the notice to that customers, so the customer has to pay the amount within the 14 days of notice. Next one, agency service. Other agency service, bank will collect the rent on behalf of you. Banks will pay the rent on behalf of you. So bank will pay the insurance premium on behalf of you. Bank will calculate the survey, what is the actual cost of your securities and other financial services on behalf of you. So many agency services is banking providing. The next point, traditional service of bank. So what are the traditional service of bank? So already, so commercial bank collect the checks on behalf of you, draft. Next one, LIC premium, rent, newspaper bills will pay by the bank on behalf of you. Point, advise you, so which type of investment you have to invest. Next one, banks prepare the tax returns on behalf of you. Next point, so bank provides a locker facility, issue letter of credits, traveler checks on behalf of you. Next, collect the statistics of the information on your business and all these things provided by the bank. These are the traditional service. Next one, modern service or recent trends in banking system. Next one, these are the first one, ATM service. So automated teller machine. So wherever we can go, we can collect the amount by using the debit card or ATM card. Next one, debit card and credit card. Credit card is a facility where before, it is a credit facility provided by the bank to its customers using the credit card. Next one, debit card. We know the ATM card is also a debit card. Next point, telebanking. By using the telephone, we can get the information. It may be account information or it may be any other information, blocking the account, or it may be bank. These things we can, through telephone, we can get the information. Next one, internet banking. By using the internet service, we can also do the banking transaction or e-banking. So it may be deposits, withdrawal, any other information, any other banking facility through using the internet facility. So by going to the website of that particular bank, we get the information. Next one, bank assurance. What is my bank assurance? The insurance company tie up with the bank and provides the insurance facility for the bank's customers. So when the bank tie-ups with the insurance company, then insurance company will get the security of the bank. Customers will feel more secured that insurance company and invest in the insurance. Next one, mobile banking. By using the mobile phone and apps. Nowadays, banks only having its private apps, and also we can have so other bank mobile apps. By using these things also we can do the transaction. Next one, demat account. So in order to invest in securities, shares, debentures, we have to open a separate account. It is called as demat account. Nowadays, banks also providing the demat account service. So we can transfer amount from ordinary bank account to a demat account. We can trade in the securities and other market. Next point, electronic clearing services. When we use the electronic fund transfer or electronic clearing services, so while distributing the investment, interest or dividend or huge funds, so use the electronic clearing services. Next one, electronic fund transfer or National Electronic Fund Transfer, NIFT. So NIFT is one of the fastest transfer of funds or service provided by the banks to transfer the funds in a real time basis. So it is in a bulk basis or in a batch wise. It distributes, for example, a huge company wants to distribute the dividend or distribute the salary for its employees. They will be having lakhs of employees for the salary. At the same time, at a single time, they have to get the salary credited to their accounts. So during this time, it is a batch wise. So batch wise, this money will be transferred. So now real time gross settlement systems. It is a real time means here in the electronic fund transfer, so for example, every 100 transaction happens in a single time. Every 200 transaction happens in a single time. But here it happens in a one-to-one basis. One-to-one basis, the amount will be transferred. It is not works under batch wise. It is also same thing. To transfer the dividend, to transfer the salary, we'll use. It is the fastest transfer of fund service we are using in India. Next one, phone pay. We know the phone pay, we have to get the information, we have to register under the phone pay, and we have to deposit amount. Nowadays the business transaction happening through phone pay, so it is a, we have to register under the phone pay app, and we have to fill some forms and other information we have to provide, and we have to link our bank account to the phone pay account. We have to transfer amount from our bank account to phone pay account. We can transact. So now BEAM, so Bharat Interface for Money, is a government establishment or government initiative, so to improve the online payment system in India. So during the lockdown period, government come up with the BEAM app. So nowadays it may be Paytm or any other private financial service are also working under the BEAM app only. Next one, Google Pay. Again, Google Pay also one of the banking and financial service. We can use the, it is also called as GPay. So we have to register, we have to link our bank account to the GPay accounts. Later we can transfer the funds. Now let's go to the insurance. Now what are the types of insurance? So these are all the types of insurance. We have to please explain with points and give 2 or 3 lines of meanings and one example. So term policy, what do you mean term policy? For example, 10 years or 20 years we can have, for this term we can have a insurance. Next point, whole life policy. Throughout my life I can pay the amount to the insurance company. Once the customer dies, the amount will be paid to the nominee. Next one, endowment life policy. So endowment policy means what? So it may be 10-20 years of insurance. So within 20 years, after 20 years, or within the date, if the death of that particular customer or the maturity time, whichever is earlier, the insurance company will going to pay the money. Now next point, joint life policy. For example, in the family members, so family members can get the joint life policy for 4 members of the family, 5 members of family. So anything happen to that one of the family members, the insurance company going to pay the money. Next one, health insurance schemes. So again, it may be institution, it may be organizations, or family members will get the health insurance family. Nowadays the health service is getting costlier day by day. You want to avoid the risk during the any problem for our health, or any, it may be accident, or it may be any other problems, regular health issues. For that we can get the insurance. Next one, double accident policy benefit. What do you mean by that? So it is a insurance policy. For example, if natural death happens, insurance company will pay 1 lakh rupees only. If the death happened because of the accident, then insurance company will pay 1 lakh rupees extra. So insurance company will pay 2 lakh rupees. This is called a double accident benefit policy. Next one, so with profit and without profit policy. For example, whatever the investment what we have done on the insurance company going to invest in the some shares and debentures. So if you did not opt for investing those money in the shares and debenture, because risk is lesser, so you'll get lesser profit. So if you accepted your money will be invested in shares and debenture, you'll get more profit, and also risk will be more. Next point, policy for children. Nowadays so many policies are coming up with children. It may be marriage till then their marriage, and for higher education, for any other purpose we can go for insurance. One, policies for women. Again, if we have a girl child, then we can have a policy in insurance. So many insurance facilities are available for the marriage, for the higher education, for any other purpose we can utilize those things. Next one, annuity policy. What is annuity? For example, if for 60 years we can pay the amount. After 60 years, insurance company will going to pay the amount. At the end of every year, government will, the insurance company will pay some amount as a lump sum amount for every year. That's what as an annuity. This is what annuity. Next one, group insurance policy for employees. It may be employees or any individual or organizations. So all employees will get a group insurance policy. Next point, money back policy. For example, you can pay the amount up to 60 years. After 60 years, every month, whatever the amount you have paid. So every month I have paid 1000 rupees to the insurance company. So once I become 60 years old, insurance company will start to pay every month 2000 rupees. So it will add 1000 rupees benefit. So till 60 years, insurance company will not pay any amount or interest. So after 60 years, insurance company will pay till the customer dies. Insurance company will pay double amount, or maybe on the basis of terms and conditions they will pay. Next point, types of general insurance policy. We have so many policies. So they will ask this question for 5 marks. What are the types of fire insurance, marine insurance, motor insurance, health insurance, and miscellaneous insurance. These are the general insurance. Apart from life insurance, others are general insurance. Next one. So on the fire insurance policy, you will be having for 5 marks. What are the types of fire insurance policy? So we can add value policy. These all points we have explained in the premier video. Please watch the premier video, and in notes also I have provided all the information. So value policy, on the specific value on the goods, it may be because our goods destroyed by fire, the insurance company will going to pay the amount exclusively for fire accidents. If the goods are destroyed because of fire accidents, insurance company will going to pay the amount. So these are the types of insurance policy. Next one, specific policy, average policy, floating policy, reinstatement policy, consequential loss policy, comprehensive policy, a blanket policy, and sprinkler leakage policy, and declaration policy. These are the important types of fire policies, and this explanation and info and examples I have given in the premier video. Please watch the premier video. Next point, types of marine. Only 2 questions will be having. So we will not ask for all these 3. So only 2 types of insurance. For marine insurance, what are the types of fire insurance? What are the types of marine insurance? We will ask in the exam. So for 5 marks or 10 marks. Next point, voyage policy, only for single voyage. For example, from destination A to destination B I am going. For this voyage, what is the cost of insurance? That amount will be covered in this policy. So time policy, for example, in this route from India to America for 1 year. 1 year, this is time policy. Next one, mixed policy, both in this route from India to America for 1 year. It is mixture of the voyage policy and time policy. Next one, value policy. For example, we will fix the value. So for example, every transaction, the cost or the particular value of the goods we are transporting, it will be changing, but we will fix 10 lakh rupees. So let it be the loss 20 or 30 lakh rupees, but up to the extent of 10 lakh rupees, the insurance company will going to provide the loss. Next one, unvalued policy. So unvalued policy means every transaction you have to provide the information, what is the actual cost of the value or actual cost of the voyage. Next point, so open policy. So open policy is, for example, for every year, so for 12 months. So whatever the transaction to any part of the country or any part of the world, if you send the goods, so any losses happen during the transportation through the voyage, so that amount will be covered in this policy. But usually the amount of the premium will be huge because it covers all those things. It is like a blanket policy. It may be in that route, in any route, for example, India to America, India to Russia, India to any other country, in that 12 months time. So any transaction you take or any transportation of goods you take part, so for that insurance company will cover that particular loss. Next one, floating policy. So again, so every transaction or every transportation of goods, the actual value of that particular goods will be changing, or actual value of the total value of the particular transaction or transportation will be changing. For every year or every month, we have to change the amount of the policy. Next one, block policy. What is a block policy? So block policy means if the goods are damaged or destroyed in the transportation of marine insurance or voyage, so other insurance also, other policy, for example, if the goods are stored in the godown because of fire, that goods destroyed, so that insurance also will be covered under the block policy. Other insurance also or other facility also available in the policy. Now for here, we will going to end this session. Again in the next session, we will meet you. Till then, thank you so much.